Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that taught us this word. Uh, I just came across this article. There's more signs of the times. Current event from zerohedge.com. It's entitled Chicago Commissioner Pleads with UN to Deploy Foreign Troops on U.S. Soil. As you can see, that's the beginning stages of martial law. So they're deploying these UN troops to help control the violence that's going on down there in Chicago, which is a good thing. Jake wants to glorify violence, glorify Chirac, glorifying killing their own people. Well, they're going to bring in these troops, they want to call it Chirac, it's going to turn into an actual Chirac, Lord will. These UN troops going in there, in this martial law, the beginning stages of martial law. So Lord willing, this passes, But it reads, under the guise of stopping violent crime, a county commissioner in Cook County, Illinois, went to New York City late last week to request that the United Nations deploy foreign troops in Chicago to tackle the city's quiet genocide. Perhaps the geopolitical instability of the Korean Peninsula and in the Middle East is just one giant distraction. The real action is currently unfolding in America's out of control inner cities, such as Chicago. There's a pattern emerging across the United States, where inner cities such as Atlanta, Baltimore, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Oakland, Memphis, and St. Louis are experiencing out-of-control violent crimes with local officials paralyzed. As you see, those are all majority Jake cities. Atlanta, Baltimore, Chicago. Those inner cities are mostly, Negroes, and that goes back to the curses. He should have an evil eye, towards his brother. All that violence, and that martial law is going to come to those major cities. They already got concentration camps, set up, ready to go in all those major cities. Earlier this year, President Trump threatened Chicago with sending in the feds after crime statistics warned of an alarming surge in violent crime. Some politicians in Chicago have recommended deploying the National Guard to aid in combating gun violence, but Cook County Commissioner Richard Boykin went straight to the United Nations last week and pleaded with Oscar Fernandez Taranco of Argentina and the UN Assistant Secretary General for deployment of foreign troops on United States soil. So that's, it's very exciting to read that, man. Lord will that goes through. Boykin is seeking international assistance with horrific levels of shootings and violent crime, mainly on the west side and south side communities. Jake is crazy out there right now, man. It's a heavy demon on them cities right now, man. Boykin said at O'Hare International Airport on Thursday, I'm hoping to appeal to the UN to actually come to Chicago and meet with victims of violence and maybe even possibly helping out in terms of peacekeeping efforts. Because I think it's so critical for us to make sure that these neighborhoods are safe. But that's to use that as a guise, to bring in, this martial law, Lord will. We have to do something. Black people in Chicago make up 30% of the population, but 80% of those who are killed by gun violence, he added. Curses, man. But that article, hopefully, this passes, and UN troops, come in there and start off this martial law. But eventually it's going to happen because it's all biblical prophecy. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Yeah, in every city, these major cities like Atlanta, Baltimore, Chicago, great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Who are those that fear the Lord? Those Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. They're the ones that have that zeal. So those are the ones these UN troops, these martial law troops, are going to be coming for. You Israelites. And they shall be like bad men, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, like madmen. They're going to come into your doors, just shoot you down on the streets. They're going to rape your wives, your daughters. That's the time of Jacob's trouble, man. What we've been warning you about. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Yeah, put you in them concentration camps. Spoil your houses, steal what you got. And they're going to love it. All them UN troops, man, them different soldiers from different countries and third world countries. They're going to love doing that. Why? Because that's what was happened to them. That's what the United States Army did to them. Over in the Middle East, out there in Vietnam, Cambodia, all them little places. So they're looking to get that revenge, man. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold is tried in the fire. You accidentally elect, Not gonna get caught up in that. Lord will, the elect's gonna get that spiritual power around that time, because you're gonna need it, and everyone's gonna know who, the real chosen are of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold is tried in the fire. But yeah, that word insurrection, I wanted to get that definition. I forgot about it. This was etymologyonline.com. An uprising against civil authority. Insurrection or directly from late Latin, rising up. That's what's going to happen, These Edomites are going to be affected by this martial law as well. They're not going to go for that. The chip, when they institute that chip, got people that are going to rise up against this, try to fight up against that. They're protecting their families. You're going to have these militia groups, that are going to form. They're already formed. There's going to be that great insurrection. But back down to verse 73. Then shall they be known whom are chosen, and they shall be tried as gold, tried as the gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. Yeah, so, if you're in this truth, man, you're sincere about it, man, you're not supposed to fear these things. Have faith. Most High is going to guide you through it. Next scripture is Joel, chapter 2 and 19. Yea, O Lord, will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therein, and I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him to a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. Yeah, scripture said he can remove all far from you the northern army, like NORCOM, Northern Command, all these different armies that are here in America. He's going to remove that far from you, man, so you don't got to worry about it. And you're going to send them out to the Middle East, fight that World War III. So yeah, in that time, man, his elect is going to be known. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. So yeah, Lord will, this passes. The UN troops get sent out there to Chicago because they need it out there, man. Lord will, they shoot a lot of those Negroes down, them niggas. Lord will, man. With that, I just wanted to bring out this little article. With that, Shalom.